Forgetting about my hair because I ran 7 miles today, I'm going to give you the 10 best features that were announced at Google I/O. Every single year around this May time frame, Google has a press conference called Google I/O, which is their all new software for the upcoming platforms. And of course, Google owns a lot of software. They definitely are more of a software company than a hardware company, but they have some respectable hardware at that. Well, in case you didn't know, Google, owns Android and Google Photos and Gmail and, of course, the big one that you're seeing this platform on right now, of course, YouTube. So Google in this little press conference gives you all of the new features that are coming to all of those huge platforms in the upcoming year. Kind of like WWDC, which is, by the way, coming in June 4th. But I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the top 10 features that were announced at Google I/O. And no, it's not going to be the pop sockets at all, the Google Pixels. Number 1 is a feature for Gmail, and Gmail not only is getting a new refresh, which is looking pretty simple, but it's now also going to have a feature called Smart Compose, which is going to allow you, when you're composing an email, of course, most likely to your friend who you're going to use this, it's going to finish your sentences. Yes, a robot is going to finish your sentences. So for example, if you were composing the email and you were saying see you, it would automatically use machine learning to complete your sentence with a simple tab. Yes, just that. Are you going to use this feature often? The answer is no right there, but most of these features are going to rely on AI, and the potential of AI really isn't unlocked yet, but this is showing the signs of the future. The second new feature announced comes in Google Photos. Of course, I use this app. Everyone should use Google Photos if you're not on that platform yet. But the new feature is called Smart Actions, and this is just machine learning trying to recommend some changes to your photos, whether to change it from a black and white photo to a color photo, which is really cool, by the way, to adjust the brightness, or just to take a picture that you took of paper onto an actual PDF. All very cool things that are kind of useful. The third feature announced is that the Google Assistant are getting 6 more human-like voices, including John Legend. Yes, the singer, which is for sure getting those monies, coming to the Google Assistant in the near future. That all sounds great to me, adding John Legend to Google Assistant. I have the Google Home Mini right here, and I'll definitely take a more human-like voice for the Google Assistant. The number 4 feature also still has to do with the Assistant, and now is that you could continue conversations with the Assistant, and you don't have to say the word, okay, Google. Did it wake it? Oh man, it woke it.
Okay.
You, of course, know that magic word, okay, Moogle. Does that wake it? That wakes it what? But whatever, let me move on from not trying to call that thing, because whatever I do, whatever that phrase near the okay, whatever, it's going to call it. But now with the continued conversations, whenever you ask you a question with that phrase and then your question after, and you have another question for it, like just about 10 seconds after, you don't have to say that phrase again, which is just a nice little neat feature, and you don't have to be that repetitive with the speaker. More human-like conversation. The number 5 feature comes with Android P, and it's called Adaptive Battery Life. And this is just going to help manipulate all of your apps to open up which ones you need right now and which ones you don't use. Just keep those in behind to help your battery life stay perfectly clean. This is another one of those features that use machine learning over time to kind of learn your phone and to help your phone last longer throughout the day. The number 6 feature is now that the Google Lens is more accessible in the camera app itself, making it way more convenient to use Google Lens. I wish I had my hands on Google Lens. I wish I had a Pixel for that very purpose right there. But I don't have a Google Pixel, which makes me a little sad in the inside. But if you use Google Lens, it's now much more easier accessible. Number 7 is a quick one with the Google Assistant. You can now ask the Google Assistant to do multiple tasks in one sentence, so you no longer have to split it up into 2. You could just combine it into one sentence using the word and there you go. You could ask the Google Assistant to do multiple things. Number 8 is a feature in Android P, and this is called App Actions. This is another thing with machine learning, learning what apps you use and when, and specifically to manage your task. App Actions are pretty simple. Let me just give you a little example. Let's say you plug in your headphones or just plug them in via wireless, because wireless is the future. App Actions is just going to recommend for you to listen to music. That's really it. Number 9 is another feature in Android P, and that's if you have your phone and you place it flat on a table, it's just going to turn on Do Not Disturb mode. And pretty simple like that. And now to the very last feature, number 10, I think is a very cool feature, so I kind of saved the best for last, and this is a feature in Google Maps. This feature is kind of a mix of Google Lens and augmentative reality into the Google Maps. So when you're walking to somewhere, let's say in New York City, it's going to show you directions on your phone. So let's say you just point your phone somewhere and you want to know where a restaurant is, you just put that into the Google Maps address, of course, and it's going to show you arrows in real life where to go. Not only is it going to show you directions, it's also if you pan to the side or to the right, you know, whatever, just pan up if you want, if someone's up there, it's going to show you restaurants or retail stores that are there. This is a feature that I definitely can't wait to use when I'm in an urban city and I'm completely lost like I was in New York City. But that's it for the top 10 features that were announced in Google I/O, in my opinion. I'm excited for all these features to come into reality, and I'd love to hear your top features in the comment section below. But while you're doing that, I'll see you in the next one.